Alright, I'm not so sure about this lighting here. Hi! Hey everyone. Something's going on with my lights. Everything looks yellow. Maybe I need to clean my camera lens. One moment. I haven't touched this phone in a week. Nope. Not sure what's going on here. It's a little better. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Suzette, Rhonda, Alicia, Melissa. Not sure what the heck. Trying to figure out my lighting so that it's not so weird looking. Hi, Regina. I guess this OT light is not an option. I think it's casting. I don't know. One of these days I'll get professional lights. Hi, Sherry. Give a couple minutes for everybody to come in and then we'll unbox. How are y'all doing, man? It's freezing where I am. And yet I'm drinking ice water. I've had a tickle in my throat for weeks. Going to see my doctor about it Friday morning. He said it was from my blood pressure meds, but I just don't believe him. Oh, Siri, she's so nosy. 81. Okay. Yeah, it's about 34 here, but I mean, like Texas and Tennessee, they're getting freezing rain. Oklahoma. My son had said that it wasn't doing it there yet, but when I was looking at the radar, it looked like it was. I don't know what the heck. Let's try up there. Maybe that's better. I'm still messing with my lights. Yeah, fire Siri. I hear you. Let me see if it helps if I turn off my background light there. Okay, one more moment and we'll get started here. I did my nails. I'm horrible at it. I just did them a couple hours ago and I cannot not get it on my skin. Hi, Irma. Oh, I'm so happy to have you. All right, so what we have here tonight is the February 2023 unboxing of the Technique Junkies stamps. And I've got samples for you that I've made and all the stamps that I used. And then once we've gone through here, hi Gloria. No, you're right on time. Once we've gone through here, then we'll do a project because, yeah, I don't want to just show you stuff and then walk off, right? So the first one, without any further ado, I used 3 stamp sets to create this one. And y'all, the price, right? $2.95 and 15% off right now until February 8th. So this is, let me get it up closer to the camera here. My birthstone is a coffee bean, and I put some glossy accents on the little cup there. But this uses, from the new release, the Morning Joe. And my birthstone is a coffee bean or birthstone. And what I did here was I used an older stamp. The whimsical coffee background. I think it's from last year or maybe the year before. I don't know. But I stamped it very, very lightly here in some oxide. And then I just did a little bit of ink blending over top. And then for her, I colored her with, what did I use? Most likely I used my Simon Hurley inks because I tend to paint with those. And made her a blonde because I'm a blonde. And who remembers pink curlers? I know coffee stamps are really a lot of fun. I remember going to bed in these prickly curlers. Oh my gosh, those things were horrible. But what I did was I fussy cut her out. And so she's popped up on a piece of black cardstock. So just barely popped up. And what I did was I stamped her down on the back, on the panel, and then fussy cut, because I'm not fussy cutting all those curly cues. That's not happening. Fussy cut her and placed her down on here. So that's, my birthstone is a coffee bean and Morning Joe. Set these. Let me find a place for these to live. Well, I'll just put them in the back of the pile. Now, this one fits me to a T. Yes, up all night sleeping in those things. And then we used to also set our hair in rags. So we just tear pieces of fabric and roll it up. So the stamp here is, yes, I really need all these cats. And you know this one fits me because you know I have 8 cats. And I need them all. And I used an older background. I think this is from last year, Hipster Cats. And I'll link those. I have the new stamps linked below, but I don't have these older ones I use, so I want to try and remember to link those. And what I did with this is I used the VersaFine Claire in Monarch and stamped it, and then heat embossed it, stamped it, and heat embossed it, and fussy cut it out, because yes, I do fussy cut. So, from the release, yes, I really need all these cats. Okay, then we have our pearls, and I have a video coming out how to make this card. And this is the S994 pearls. And so it stamps out the negative. There is a little bit of, looks like shading in here, but I can't see it in the stamp itself. So it leaves that open space. And you could do a lot of fun stuff with this other than making it perfect. You could definitely, this might be a fun one to press into your gel plate. And I do that with my red rubber stamps. Well, I do it with all of them, but yeah. So then this one is, you call it coffee, I call it my emotional support beverage. Now the stamp I got was missing the I, and I didn't even realize it. I didn't even notice. 7 cats, yes. So there we go. This was a ink smush background, and then I took my actual coffee cup, dipped it in some brown ink, and laid it on here. I mean, you could have a coffee stained stencil, but you have cups. Why not use them? And so I stamped this. This is from the recent Tim Holtz release. And so I felt like this, you call it coffee, was the perfect match for that. And next, I've got shamrocks all day, and I use these shamrocks more than once, so we're going to do this one tonight. The first one I did the shamrocks with was a little Irish blessing, And I actually used a little Tim Holtz wishbone that I have. And you'll see a video coming out on this in a week or so. Oh, look what I did, y'all. Who does that? I do. Let's hope that's not bad luck for somebody who gets it. Oh my gosh. I am seriously a mess. So this is SD1226, Nothing But Happiness. Who doesn't need an Irish prayer, right? And then this one that we're going to do tonight, Don't Miss the Rainbow While You're Looking for the Pot of Gold. And I used the shamrocks. And the stamp here, the SD1232. That one we'll do tonight. I'm going to set it inside so I can look at it while I'm doing it. And more cats in this release. And I absolutely love these cats, okay? They're so retro. Hi, Donna. So I put, because I like to be ironic, I made my own sentiment for the inside. So you can do that, you know, and print them out on your computer. So I thought that was a cute apology card. And I have a video coming out on how I did this one. So I used, this is the one in the new release, the curly-tailed cats. Oh my gosh, I just love this one. It's my favorite. And I thought it'd be fun to pair it with these dotted blooms, which were so retro looking too. So that's exactly what I did. And the retro blooms, dotted blooms are also an older Technique Junkies stamp. And then as is the I'm Sorry. And I stamped the I'm Sorry on black paper and a white heat embossed it and fussy cut it out. I can't wait for you guys to see this video. It's not coming out till the end of the month. Then we have the Lucky background. So it's got all the words that you need. Yeah, Gloria, because sometimes what you want to say isn't what other people want to say. Or vice versa. So why not? So Kiss Me, Luck of the Irish. And you could stamp these and cut them out individually if you wanted to. Rainbow, four-leaf clover, Lucky, Pinchy, Leprechaun, St. Patrick's Day. And for this I did a green on green. And I paired it up with this also new one in the new release, Erin Go Bra. And I don't know what that means. Does anybody know what that means? Well, and honestly, it is empty. It just says, you know, it's just an apology card. So most of them I leave empty too, though, unless I'm going to send them out or I write my sentiment in. This one is heat embossed with, see, just keep in mind that your VersaFine Clair inks, not just the black, but all of them, they emboss beautifully. So this one, I colored the clover after I cut it out, and then I heat embossed it as well. And that's from one of my die cut sets, of course, a Tim Holtz, because that's pretty much what I have. And so I paired this Erin Go Bra with this background, because again, I really honestly don't know what that means, but I know that people say it. So that's it that I got. There are a couple of more that I didn't select. Just because, you know, if I select them all, I have to do them all. But they're all terrific, and the links are down below. And so let's go ahead and do this project. Let me get out the stamps. Okay, now what you're going to need is you're going to need your VersaFine Clair for stamping the black. And you're going to need your Versamark ink because we'll be doing some heat embossing. Thank you, Melissa. I'm going to be using Simon Hurley inks, Slippery When Wet, Love Struck, and Clear Skies. I've got a black card base, and I've got two, this is Accent Opaque 110 pound, and a piece of gold that Abraham sent me. And this is like, it looks glittery, but it's smooth. So, those are my paper supplies, and then I've got these. I'm going to do some gold splattering, and I got these on Amazon, and they're really, I mean, look at, they're really, really gold. So I've got those, and I've also got my Deco Color liquid gold pen, so I can color in the pot of gold, and I've got my splatter brush. And I got myself ready tonight because I don't like to waste your guys' time looking for stuff. I've got some Princess Gold embossing powder, and then I've got some sparkly pens, and these come from this Soul Color gel pen set. Chow gave me this for Christmas, not last year, but the year before. And it's got so many pens. So I selected from the sparkly ones. So I wanted to show you that set, where these came from. All right, let's get started here. So I'm going to start by doing my background. So I'll need my Simon Hurley inks, and I'm going to need some little brushes here. Let me grab them. Those I didn't get ready because derpa. I forgot. Okay, so I'm not this one. I need a yellow one. Here we go. And let's get these over here. I'm going to need my stamp platform. And I think, now I'm going to leave this. This is fine. This thing doesn't take heat very well, but it reduces the glare for y'all, and that's what I'm after. I'm going to grab my piece of white cardstock, and I'm going to want to stamp this multiple times. So I'm going to place it here, because you can't really place them in the corner in this particular stamp platform. I mean, you can, but the thickness of the stamp seems to kind of impede. Let's see if I can at least place it at the bottom. So there's not really any place to put my magnet except for right here. So that's what I'll do. I want to make sure it's going to touch. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take my ink, and I'll probably do this more than once. Let me make sure you guys can see. And I'm going to start with my yellow, and I'm just going to kind of stamp my yellow on. Almost to the, maybe a little more than a third. Okay. And then I'm going to come in with my Love Struck. Actually, let's do this. We'll do the Clear Skies here at the bottom. And I'm just getting it nice and wet. It's almost inevitable that you have to stamp more than once. And then I'm going to come in with my Love Struck. And I'm going to just stamp it right here in the center. Just checking to make sure I'm getting ink on everything. And then here where I have these lines, I'm going to take my brush and just kind of brush them through. Kind of coming upwards so I get that orange color, because I'm looking for a rainbow. Aren't we all? And then I'll come in with my blue and bring it up so that I get me some purple. All right, here we go. I'm intrigued about next week's Stamp Wars. Are you kidding me? I would like the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow too. Now I'm really kind of letting this soak in. You could use any kind of ink. You could use oxides. You could use your markers if you wanted to. Okay, we got it. We need more elbow grease right here. Okay, so I'm going to go in for a second here. And I'm going to go ahead and wipe off my... Hang on, I forgot to grab a clean towel. I don't want to embarrass myself with my filthy towel. It's been wiping up a lot of stuff lately. Okay. Now I'm going to come in with my Love Struck first. I think I'll go with my Slippery When Wet because I don't want to contaminate it too much. And I'm going to go about halfway. And you just kind of look, because sometimes with the yellow or light color you can hardly see it on there. And just make sure everything's wet. And then I'm going to come in with the Love Struck. And I'm going to go ahead and blend them again. I'm just lightly touching this. All right. Hi, Sandy. Well, yeah, I'm definitely excited about Stamp Wars, and I'm glad to get it over with early in the month. Gosh, you guys, I barely went to work in January. I've been off the last 3 days. Just been having a lot of trouble breathing and stuff. I might have COVID, but like I don't have a fever and I can taste things. But just real short of breath and maybe a little anxious and not in the mood to talk to angry people. That happens, you know, in my line of work. The stamp platform sometimes is a little disappointing to me. And I hate saying that, but it really... I probably have warped it myself by heat embossing right on top of it. I just feel like I need more right there. I'm okay up here. It's down here that I'm having issues. And you can expect that with any full background stamp, that you might have to fool around with it a little bit. And instead of rubbing, I'm just going to tap. I have no idea either. I thought it might be Maria, but I don't think it is, because the package, I've shaken it, okay? You just do that, okay? I'm sorry. I shook it. And it goes chicka, 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 chicka. And I know, unless something's new, I know Maria doesn't do dies. That's better. Ooh, I don't like that, though. Let's fix that. And I'm not worried about my brushes, not one bit. Let's see here. Let's see if I can fix that. I don't like that to happen. Let's see if I can fix it. If I can't, I can't. Most of it's going to get covered anyway. Hi, Donna. Yeah. So Maria, last year, Easter time, when I hosted Stamp Wars, Maria and I collaborated, and you think I'm evil. Well, buddy, I'm good with that. That's going to have to do, because I'm not going to keep messing with it and mess it up. Okay. I never put these back. You know, there's these things that come on the back of these. I lose them immediately. But if you put them on there, they're a heck of a lot easier to get back in the package. All right, now, before I move any further, I want to put my gold splatters on so they have a chance to dry. So I'm going to grab my splat box. And I'm going to grab these gold paints. Come on. There we go. And I'm going to go with, so there's like 4 shades of gold. I usually pick this one. It's kind of my go-to. I'm just going to get a lot of water in there. And then I'll take and stir it around with my brush. Sometimes I have to put more water in. I just don't like to get too much because I usually stand this up. And then I'm just going to take and splatter like that. We're going to trim this down too. All right, good. We're golden. No pun intended. And this is watercolor, although it has real good stay power. But it is watercolor, so I'm not too terribly concerned about my brush, but I am going to just clean it a little bit here. I forgot to bring water. I had myself together and then I lost it. Hi, Star. All right. So let's set that aside here, and then we can go to work on the sentiment. Did I splatter on here? No. Yeah, a little bit. All right, no problem. Flip it over. Okay. Oh, so just so you know, this has clovers on it. I took them off. Stamp surgery. So I can use them anywhere. But the original has the 3-leaf clovers on it. I just didn't want them there because I already had clovers on the background. Did I heat emboss this? Yes, I did. Okay. So let me get my clear embossing powder. And I do that because I don't want to have to deal with smudgy ink. And I'm going to turn on my heat tool here. I'll turn it on low until I need it on high. Let me get this way out of my way before I smear that gold. And I'll get my VersaFine Clair in the Nocturne. One more because I want it nice and black. We've got a big solid black area there. Nice. Okay. There's the other reason I don't like this red nail polish. It gets all over my cards. I'm a mess, y'all. I'll just dump the clear embossing powder over. Give it a couple of taps. A blow. I forgot to use, you know, the stuff. But it doesn't matter because I'm cutting most of it out. Hi, Jennifer. Okay, I just want to cool this down before I start trying to color it. You guys saw me take those pens out. Where the heck did I put them? Here they are. Where's the gold one? Here it is. So I'm going to start with my rainbow. And I'm just going to color it in. Not a huge deal. There's our yellow. We'll go to the orange. Red. These are really nice pens. And I want my heart to be red too. Purple. Blue. No green because there's no green. And then I'm going to color my gold with this Deco Color liquid gold pen. Hi Suzette. If I didn't say hi to you earlier, I didn't see you. I'm sorry. With these, you want to shake them up before you go. And they have a funny smell, so if you're sensitive to smells, maybe avoid them. I'm sensitive to some smells. I can't stand the smell of Copic markers or most alcohol markers. I don't mind alcohol ink at all, so I don't know what the deal is. Maybe the alcohol combined with the felt. I have no idea, but ugh, I hate the way they smell. Now, I probably could have used one of my sparkly pens, but really love this gold pen. And the company comes from Marvy, Uchida, or Ukida, Uchida, I have no idea. Okay, we've got our pot of gold. The rest stays white. Now I'm going to fussy cut this. And you guys are stuck watching me. So what I do when I'm going to fussy cut something, I first take my big scissors and I cut close to where I'm fussy cutting. So I don't have to deal with the excess paper getting in my way. And then I've got my little, these are my favorite. I had to buy another pair because, y'all, I never found the ones I lost. They are here somewhere. I dug through my garbage twice. They weren't there. I don't have any idea where I put them. So I bought another pair thinking, well, if I buy another pair, I'll find them. But I didn't. And so, you know what? I bought another pair and it's put away. You know, if you have your favorite tool, it doesn't hurt to have extras. And I'm just cutting this with a little bit of a border around it. Normally when I fussy cut, I don't leave a border, but I have to because I have a lot of open space there. And it would look weird if this was just straight black. So don't forget, if you do go shopping at Technique Junkies, you do get 15% off of the new stamps until February 8th, and you can take 10% off everything else if you use my discount code TJ10Color. And I believe I permalinked the website to the new release at the top of the chat. At least it looked like I did. Now I'm going to make a shadow layer for this because I can. And I'm going to show you how I do that. I didn't like the way that cut ended up. This is why I like these, because you can go back in without making a weird mark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip these both around. I'm going to trace around this with my pencil. Hold still. I don't know if I got all the way around or not. I think I did. I did. So then what I'll do is I'll cut a little bit beyond where I just traced. I'm going to do the same thing that I do, which is get a lot of the excess paper out of the way. And I have a scan and cut. I could do this on my scan and cut, but I'm not prepared to do video away from where I'm sitting. Like over there. And on my computer screen and stuff. This paper, I don't know what it is. Abraham sent it to me. It cuts really easy. It's really soft. He sent me a bunch of paper that he said was great for foiling. And notice I'm turning my paper and not my scissors. Yeah, I don't think Mike realizes how loud his YouTube is. Oh, that's Fritz. That's our friend. He's got a really loud voice. See, so now I've got a pretty sparkly little shadow layer for that. I know, right? He's never around. Okay. Does this have sticky back on it? Feels so slippery. All right, I'm going to grab my glue. Let's go ahead and preemptively poke at it because I know it's going to make me. Can you guys excuse me one moment? Hey, y'all. I'm live down here. Okay, we'll be quiet. Thank you. I mean, up here. Be quiet. Thank you. They're not used to me going live on a Wednesday. Sorry about that. So when I'm gluing this down, I'm not going to get too close to the... Yeah, see? I was poking at it and it still is clogged. We have this conversation every time. There we go. We'll be quiet, and there's Fritz with his really loud voice. Our friends are visiting with us for a while. I'm just going to kind of hold this down because this is some slick paper here, this gold stuff. So I have a feeling it's going to take a little bit longer to grab because it doesn't have any tooth. It almost feels like Cricut paper, like it's really, really, really smooth. Okay, now let's get our background. And I'm going to trim my background down to 4 by 5 1/4. A little bit more. Yeah, I don't think they understand quiet there. I'm just going to shut the door. Okay. That's better. And what I want to do is I want to edge this. So that's why I had us get out our Versamark. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab one of my hot dog wrappers. And I know I got out my embossing. There it is. See, I tried to be prepared so I don't keep you guys too long. And I'm going to turn on my heat tool. Hi, Jeanette. How are you? All right. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take an edge like this. And I like to do just one edge at a time. And then I'm going to pour on some embossing powder. I'm going to heat emboss this edge. Try not to blow my embossing powder everywhere. And I have a little hook that I hang my embossing tool on so I can keep it warm instead of off on, off on. I'm ready for spring too, I guess. I'm not ready for the allergy part, but I guess you can't really prepare for that. I have allergies all year, so it doesn't really matter. Now, I could have painted this edge with the gold paint, but I like the impact that the embossing powder has on it, where it's, you know, uneven and, you know, organic looking. And I'm just trying not to blow my embossing powder, so if I'm getting out of camera, sorry about that. Oh no, I hated it when school was canceled. Sort of. Sort of. But there was a part of me that hated my kids going to school in that little petri dish. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and dump this back in before I have a terrible accident. Well, you know, as parents, if they get us sick and you have kids daycare age, then you can't afford to support their daycare habit. All right, now let's get this put together. So I'm just going to fold with this paper a little bit. And I'm going to start by putting this down on a black card base. And let me get this in the right direction here today. You know, I'm going to pop it up. One moment here while I find some fun foam. So I like to use fun foam because it's just fast. So since this is 4 by 5 1/4, I'm going to go just a little under 4. And a little under 5 1/4. Right, Melissa, you don't have to get dressed. Gosh, I hated the school line. So I just peel the backing, and I get my foam at Michael's. The only thing is you still have to glue the other side, but it is what it is, right? Sometimes you're going to have to work for it. You know, I have my big refill of my art glitter glue and my reptile adhesive packed away in a drawer so they don't get cold. Because we don't really provide much heat in this house up here. It just gets too hot, like in my bedroom and stuff. So I'm just going to hold this down for a minute. Oh my gosh, working nights with kids. I did that too. Blah. Babies. I did it with babies. And then we had a neighbor who loved to shoot hoops. And his driveway was right behind my bedroom wall. So his teenager would get out of school, and you know the sound. Bing, bang, bing, bang, bing, bang. It used to make me so crazy. Okay, and then we're gonna, I think I'll pop this guy up too. I have here some leftover pieces of foam that I've trimmed off of other things that I think I'll go ahead and use. Why not? Well, that was a really bad aim. Shoot, my oldest grandkid is 18. So yeah, my kids are long grown. Okay, we'll do 2 more. And you know what? Honestly, folks, I don't care what color the foam is behind here. I don't care. If it doesn't show, who cares? And if somebody sends me a card, I'm not going, oh man, how tacky. They put green foam under there. Well, that's true, Donna. I mean, a lot of families do that. My son and his wife work different shifts so that they can't afford daycare. And they got a new baby on the way. So, you know, like right now, their daughter's in school. So, you know, my daughter-in-law works while she's at school. But that wasn't stuck down. She's got a baby on the way. But her mother moved to Oklahoma to help her out, which I think is super cool. So they won't have to pay a daycare because, you know, they don't make a lot of money. They live in a teeny tiny town in Oklahoma. You know, you just don't make money in teeny tiny towns in Oklahoma. Okay, I'm just going to hold that down for a minute. The foam takes a little bit longer to grab hold. And here's me trying to get that in there. There we go. Yeah, daycare is really, and I have a friend, she works at Verizon as well. And I'm going to tell you right now that Verizon pays us very, very well. But it was going to cost her so much, it wasn't worth working. And I'm like, that's ridiculous, man. But you know what? Do you really want to go cheap on your kids' care? I was a stay-home mom when my kids were young, and I refused to put them in any kind of care till they could tell me what they could have for lunch. But that's just my parental OCD, you know. You know what? I would watch my grandkids too, but they don't live in the same city as me, and I'm not moving to Oklahoma. So we could do the Erin go bra. Still, does anybody know what the Erin go bra means? I mean, I don't have the first clue what it means. But you could put it as an inside sentiment, or you could make your own. I would definitely probably put, you know, a smaller piece of cardstock in here if I didn't put some sort of sentiment, because it's black, you know. And like when I do black cards, I fill them in with gel pens, and sometimes I shut the card and the gel pen transfers to the other side. Well, I did, I wrote for a magazine, and so I did that on my computer, and the magazine was actually in the UK, and so I did one tutorial a month and one video, and I made $1,000 a month, and that was in the 90s. So it wasn't bad, you know, and then my husband worked, so it was okay. It was really a nightmare trying to do videos and stuff like that with children. I used to bribe them, like, as soon as I get paid. Oh, it means Ireland forever. Thank you, Kathy. Well, then it needs to go in there. All right, let me find it here. All right, let's trim this down. I'm Irish and I didn't know that. I'm going to trim this to 3 3/4 by 5. Try not to get my red nails on there. Ireland till the end of time. You're kidding me. Well, why would they say it like that? I thought Erin was a person, but okay. It must be Gaelic, right? Oh, boy. I'm a dummy. Okay, I'm going to take a risk here and hand stamp this. Let's do it. I don't want to do it in green. I think I'll just do it in black. The sentiment stamps from Technique Junkies are awesome this way. I'm going to go ahead and line this up here, though, on my little board. And then just make sure it's not upside down. And then kind of eyeball line it up here. And give it a go. Oh, now that'd be cool. Yay, I did it. Now let's try to, okay, here's how I can avoid smearing the ink. Ah, don't come out. Oh, look at there. I got red nail polish on there, I swear. I think I can get it off, though. I definitely would want to. Could have probably done that in gold, huh? All right. Let's get my mono sand eraser. See if I can erase that off. Yeah, pretty close. We'll have to do. See, in this case where I would need a tape runner, because see, now what's happened is my paper has gone rogue here. I think I have an idea. Because this is just some accent opaque and it likes to do that. Melissa in jail. Okay. Okay. See there, I got more red nail polish on there. Seriously. There we go. We have a full and complete card. All right, so let me just hold this up a little closer so you can see. I know I got it kind of low. So we've got our gold spatters and we've got our rainbow clovers because the subject matter is rainbow. Nothing too sparkly. And then we've got our kind of a rustic edge here. And then we've got our inner sentiment. And this is it. That's it. This is the new Technique Junkies February 2023 release. Again, the links are listed down below. And you get 15% off until February 8th. And then you'll save you can save 10% on everything else using my discount code TJ10Color. Anybody have questions? Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you everybody for coming. I really appreciate your time spent with me. That's really super cool of you. I mean, I think you guys are neat. What happened here? Look, I missed a spot. That's all right. Handmade card, right? All right, guys. Have yourself a great night. Giant kids. Oh, no problem. No problem. I had a great time. I hope you guys have a good one. Thanks again. Take care. Bye-bye.